Hey guys, what's up? MurderofBirds here. Welcome back to the channel. Nice to see you guys, and we're going to be jumping into the next episode of the RWBY Fairy Tales short 2D animated series. Last week it kicked off and it premiered on the Rooster Teeth website for first members and then later to the general public, focusing on the Grimm child. I did do a reaction to that, as well as a reaction to the overall trailer of what we can expect from the first 6 episodes at the very least. In this episode, we're going to be getting into episode 2, focusing on the Hunter's Children short story. Now, all of these fairy tales are adapted from the Fairy Tales of Remnant book. Not sponsored, by the way. I'm just saying if you enjoy the short stories and you want a little bit more emphasis, a little bit more context for the things that happen, like, for example, a lot of people didn't really understand that the first fairy tale was focusing on a new type of Grimm, the Chill Grimm, and that was what was going around and, like, body snatching all of these kids and, like, turning them against their families in the village and stuff like that. But there was very little context because it was like a 5-minute short. So these books kind of give a little bit more context. The audiobook has voice work for Shannon McCormick, who voices as Ozpin, who is also commentating and narrating these stories, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so all of these stories are going to most likely be adapted from this book. So if you read this book before you watch it, it'll reinforce it. Or if you do it vice versa, you watch and then you read. I feel like the context will be great either way. Now, before I jump into anything else, I just want to say that I am speaking to you from the future. Yes, at the time of me recording this part right here, I have already seen the episode. This episode is what they premiered this past RTX 2021. They premiered this first episode for first night, so I actually managed to set up my recording and just happened to just record my reaction to the entirety of RTX in case they showed anything similar to what I did for the Volume 9 sneak peek. So I've actually already seen the episode. I thought it was really, really well done. It took me a little bit of a while as I was watching it to realize, oh, this is the Hunter's Children story, because I haven't read this book since last year. But nonetheless, you guys are going to see my genuine first time reaction. I saw this was the first thing Fairy Tales of Remnant anything that I had seen. So I hope you guys enjoyed overall. Hey, RTX is back, baby. Let's go.
But anyway, we're going to get right to it. First of all, we got Carrie Shawcross here with
us
to talk all about RWBY Fairy Tales.
Oh, Fairy Tales of Remnant right off the jump. Nice. Yeah, so hopefully we get this adapted.
Don't worry.
I don't know if it's going to be in its entirety, but I'm really looking forward to it. Let's see.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
we got
Carrie.
some cool RWBY stuff to share with you today. Maybe instead of me talking about it, we can just show you this clip. This clip, I mean episode of something new.
Oh, I wonder what it is. I really wonder if it's going to be the
Long ago, there lived a hunter in the swamps of Mistral.
Ozpin!
This was no ordinary hunter, though.
Whoa!
He was a hunter of Grimm.
Oh shit! The huntsman. Whoa! This looks really nice. It was a little different than the World of Remnants. Oh, Faunus. Okay. The breadwinner. Literally.
Father.
Oh!
Why are you the only one who hunts them?
What the fuck?
My semblance tells me when Grimm are near.
Whoa! Spidey
I have a
sense.
duty to protect them.
But Grimm sense.
One day, all of you will use your semblances to help
Wait!
others too.
This is with the.
Well, that'd be
I think this is
easy,
the 4
because
kids.
mine's the
Hold
best. It leads me to whatever I need most.
Whoa,
Sounds pretty
that's like a
useful to me.
not a remember-all, but like a tracker.
I can link ours with other people. It's easily the strongest.
Oh
Hunting
shit!
isn't just about strength. I can use my semblance to calm people down.
Oh, that's
You
almost
don't need to be
like
strong
Ren.
if you don't attract Grimm in the first place. Well,
Wow.
I don't have to
Okay, hold
worry
on. I
about
think
that.
this one is
I can hide from Grimm in plain sight.
oh, invisibility.
Well, you
This is
keep
really
hiding
cool.
with your eyes
This is
closed,
really
while
cool.
The rest of us do the work.
I can't help but notice that that one guy looks like Julian
There is
Chase.
danger in relying too much on one's own abilities,
Yeah.
especially when danger surrounds us on all sides.
Holy shit, this is
I would
cool.
have hoped your mother taught you that.
Uh-oh. We love you too, Dad. So this is the Hunter's Children. I wonder if that's what this one is.
Has
'Cause
anyone
the
seen Father today?
chapter's called The Hunter's
He
Children.
said he was going deeper into the swamps. Find out why the Grimm have been showing up more.
Holy shit, this is so cool. This is like on Remnant, but... Whoa. Oh.
I have some bad news, kids.
Shit. It do be like that. I have to brush up on these stories, but I wonder if this is the Huntsman's Children.
What are we going to do?
We must stay and protect our home, like father.
It's not safe here or anywhere else. We have to find others and protect them too.
Father was trying to learn more about the Grimm. We should learn more too.
Hello,
so we can
Salem.
be better prepared to face them.
Why does it matter? Father and mother risked their lives for the village. Look what happened to them.
This is so weird to see, like,
they had countless times before.
a literal 2D story.
They argued long into the night.
We have to go help others. We have to think this through.
In the end,
we've got to do what Father wants us to do.
they went their separate ways.
Ah, the Four Kingdoms, maybe.
The oldest daughter took up her father's mantle as protector of the village.
Yeah, I think this is the Hunter's Children story.
As attacks increased, the people sought refuge elsewhere.
Sheesh.
The
A
oldest
thankless
son
job?
Searched for more villagers. But the Grimm had already gotten to them.
Wow. Yeah, it do be like that. I wonder how long ago, like, where this is taking
When
place.
he finally found others to protect, not even his semblance was enough to overcome them.
Whoa, that's pretty cool. You can, like, link them all together.
The youngest daughter set off to learn more about the Grimm.
Yeah, the big brain of the bunch.
But without confronting them,
yeah, not much.
there was still much she didn't know. And lastly,
This one's invisible.
The youngest son set off to find adventure. But having never left home, soon became lost and afraid.
Oh, shit. Yo, Invis, there you go. Probably not the best spot for you, but, Oh, the sister! The sister calmed him down.
How's your
Yo,
adventure
Pog!
going?
Yeah, holy shit. And this is why huntsmen, like, teams are comprised of 4, because it originated with the huntsman's children. That's why 4 is the magic number of RWBY, I think.
Then we should help.
Yeah. Yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah, yeah,
We'll
this is
find
the
a new
Hunter's
home
Children
soon.
story. Pog.
Please. We
Don't
have to stay
panic!
calm.
Don't panic! Oh, man. Nice. Oh, wow, that's so freaking awesome. So his is actually invisibility, whereas Ren's makes them, like, just masks their emotions, which I guess masks their presence. Jesus Christ. Oh! Let me give you a hand.
Me?
Yeah, this is really awesome. I'm surprised they're kicking off first night with RWBY off of anything else.
sorry
That
for
guy
being
looks so
silly.
much like Julian Chase from
There were too
Genlock.
many Grimm for me to fight alone. Without you all, I lost direction. No wonder my semblance led me right back to my family,
There you go.
my true home.
Family.
I'm stronger with all of you at my side. If we stick together, we can overcome anything.
I was wrong. Sometimes the best way to learn is to act.
I was the biggest fool of all. I was so selfish. I lost sight of what was most important.
Father died because he was fighting Grimm alone.
You guys
I
got each
think-
other.
We're better off as a team.
There you go.
For the rest of their days, the Hunter's children defended the
The
new
Hunter's
village they built
Children
together
confirmed!
and welcomed anyone seeking refuge from the Grimm.
Nice.
And often, over the years,
Ozpin.
the siblings ventured out into the world to offer help wherever they could,
There you go.
inspiring others with their bravery, heart, wisdom, and humility.
Nice, so I guess it is an adaptation
May
of the
we learn
stories.
that working together, we can surely accomplish more than each of us can alone.
Wow. That's such a nice shot right there. The 4 colors. Wow! Literally the Hunter's Children.
question.
That was really cool.
So yeah, that was
The Hunter's
the
Children
first
chapter.
episode of RWBY Fairy Tales, kind of a spin-off show that we're working on. It's pretty cool. It's done
Yeah.
by our awesome 2D team.
Interesting.
And that episode was written by the very own Eddie Rivas.
Ooh.
You may have heard of him from everything he does, which is a lot.
Nice. Good job, Eddie.
But yeah, if you're not familiar, and you should be, a while ago we did with Scholastic we did a fairy tale book.
The book.
And we're going to be doing just a couple little
Chapters.
one-offs of these bringing them to life in this animated
Yeah, that's
form.
really cool how they
we're really
brought
excited
that up.
about it. Yeah, I hope you like them.
All right, so we officially finished episode 2 of RWBY Fairy Tales, focusing on the huntsman's children, or the hunter's children, I should say. This is a really cool story that kind of harkens back to a lot of the original concepts of RWBY, at least from my perspective that I picked up on, focusing on the huntsman's kids, and like the fact that they all go their separate ways and realize that we are stronger than I, that there are strength in numbers. And I think a lot of concepts in RWBY kind of originate with this story in particular, especially if you read the book and you hear what Ozpin has to say about it. So the first thing that I want to talk about regarding this, first off, I really liked, this was like my first dabble into how the 2D animation works at Rooster Teeth. Like I mentioned in the last episode, I've never seen Camp Camp, I've never seen Nomad of Nowhere, so this was my first exposure to like the 2D style of the Rooster Teeth Animations 2D department. So the first thing I'm interested in is this this tree crest on the back of the father's cape here, and this appears in multiple sequences throughout the episode. It appears on the back of his cape, it appears on the family table when the huntsman and his children are having dinner, and it appears on the youngest daughter's book that she kind of takes notes in. Now, I don't know why, like, this obviously gives me very big, like, Yggdrasil vibes, just because of the fact that, like, how the roots are, like, portrayed and stuff like that. I don't know. This could ultimately just be their family crest from way back in the day, but this kind of gives off significance. I don't really know, like, I don't think we've ever seen this in RWBY proper. We've seen some significant trees here and there, like the tree in the spring, the Vault of the Spring Maiden, for example, and then obviously the tree that is focused at the end of the RWBY Volume 8 end credit scene. But other than that, this seems to have some significance. I am going to keep my eyes peeled on any, you know, crest that looks similar to this, but this is the first thing that I wanted to address, was this crest overall, if it has significance moving forward. So yeah, so this is the family's house. I like that you can see a lot of the inspirations of the family. I believe this is a Mistralian tale, so this is a fairy tale that is mostly prominent within the Mistral region. So this scene's kind of cool because it focuses on each of the kids' semblances. So the oldest daughter's semblance is kind of like a tracker semblance, which is really cool. It basically hones you in on something that is most important to you or most valuable to you at that given time, which, like, if Salem had someone like her on her side, I feel like they would find the relic of choice so much quicker. The other kids have very similar semblances to characters in the show that we already know of. Like, the oldest brother has a semblance that he can link other people's aura to make, like, a stronger defensive link. And that kind of reminded me a little bit of Jean's, because Jean's aura and semblance can amplify the aura of other characters, like he's done with Weiss, like Nora, and things of that nature. So similar to how Rooster Teeth is mentioned, and they kind of like retconned it a little bit from the origins of how aura and semblances worked. You know, originally it was everyone's semblance is completely unique. Now it's kind of like everyone has, in nature, like, their semblances are different, but they're kind of like similarities. Like, Blake has shadow clones and Light has sun clones. The parallels between both of them is that they can create clones of themselves. So this is kind of like similar to something like what Jean would have, in my opinion. The youngest daughter is kind of similar to something like Ren, who has the ability to mask people's emotions, where hers, she can actually calm them down. Whereas all Ren does, I think, is just masks, like, makes them kind of like invisible in terms of like emotions. I almost want to say apathetic, like externally apathetic, like they don't project their emotions to be sensed by the Grimm. So her semblance kind of works similarly to Ren's. And then the youngest siblings is probably like the most simple and the most like obvious. It's invisibility. I don't think there's any character. Oh, well, Marigold, actually, she has an invisibility bubble. So all of these semblances, like I said, harken back, with the exception of the oldest sister, all of these semblances kind of harken back to characters that we know of and semblances that we have seen in RWBY, so I think that's kind of cool. And lastly, immediately jumping to the end of the episode, the last thing and probably the most prominent thing that I want to focus on and address here is that I really like how this fairy tale kind of gives us an early concept for what I feel like eventually becomes the Huntsman Academies, right? When all of these kids originally, and when I read the book originally, when they all went their separate ways, I thought these 4 kids would go on to found the 4 kingdoms of Vale, Mistral, Atlas, and Vacuo. But then it's kind of like they all went their separate ways, realized that they're all weak individually, and then coming together and becoming a team is what really is gonna, you know, give you a surefire way of success for survival. And I think this ultimately kind of like solidifies the power of 4 within the world of RWBY for many different concepts, right? 4 people to a team, 4 kingdoms, 4 maidens, 4 relics. Obviously, these 4 don't kind of proliferate all of those other, you know, number of 4 concepts within the show. I feel like that's just like the essence of RWBY is the number 4. But I think these 4 characters at the very least establish that, you know, 4 kingdoms, 4 academies, and 4 people per team. And maybe this story definitely heavily inspired the King of Vale or Ozpin in a previous lifetime to kind of take this into consideration when founding those schools and establishing huntsmen and huntresses and things of that nature. And this was before huntsmen and huntresses were ever even a thing. So this was kind of like probably around the time of you know, Maria's time too, before huntsman academies were a thing, back when she was the Grim Reaper. So ultimately, I really did enjoy this. Like I said, a lot of really interesting nuggets of information regarding the number of 4 with the teams, how they established and kind of conceptualized the huntsman academies, the tree on the, you know, the tree insignia. I don't know if that's going to be relevant in the future. I know that there is, again, like I said, a tree focused in the volume 8 end credit scene. But ultimately, this was a really cool second episode. I'm really excited to see the rest of these episodes for the first 6. But I'm like I feel like Rooster Teeth is gonna have like a second half, which is gonna have like the other 6 episodes, which are the ones I'm like super looking forward to, right? The Man That Looked at the Sun, The Infinite Man, which is probably my favorite chapter of the entire book. Like, I think a lot of the second half of these stories are the ones that are going to be like absolute bangers when they come out. But yeah, ultimately, those are all of my thoughts that I wanted to add for this fairy tale episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure to hit the like button, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Take care.